Hi, good morning all. I am Dr. Sangameshwaran, consultant urologist practicing in Chengalpet, Tamil Nadu. So I would like to share few thoughts on management of BPH during COVID times. So for both patients as well as doctors. As we know, prostate is a gland which is situated in the neck of the bladder. Um, Men above 40 years of age usually encounters prostate and bladder related problems. So it's nothing but enlargement. The gland gets bigger and bigger in size and at cellular level, and produce symptoms like increased urinary frequency, urgency, and increased nighttime emptying of bladder, that is nocturia. Some patients may have hematuria also. So when the symptoms are bothersome, these patients may have to consult urologists. So during this pandemic, the precautions need to be taken by patients as well as the treating doctor are essential to contain the spread of coronavirus. So for patients, I suggest the following things, few things to be followed. Number one, remember any one of us can be COVID positive and asymptomatic carrier. So try to fix appointment with consultant urologists only the symptoms are really bothersome. Number two, patients can always use telephonic consultation or telemedicine consultation as much as possible. Number three, adhere strictly with government regulations and protocols while traveling to a hospital or any healthcare facility. Number four, wear masks and use hand sanitizers while entering the healthcare facility and coming out of the healthcare facility. Number five, avoid bringing attenders or at least restrict to only one attender so that you can avoid exposure. We can prevent exposure to more people. Number six, always try to get treated by local native doctors so that you can avoid travel to meet a consultant who is consulting at a different location. And number seven, if you are offered any treatment like catheterization or admission, you should be willing. Then only you should meet your consultant. So these are all the basic things a patient should follow. Coming to the consultants, so as urologists, we have to see both outpatients and we have to treat inpatients. And in respect to benign prostatic hyperplasia, this can be managed medically as well as surgically. We all know that. So we already have old cases. That means patients who are regularly coming for follow-up, and we may see new patients. So many of us are practicing in urban areas, semi-urban areas, and some are in rural areas. So many of us are doing freelancing. So my suggestion for urologists seeing OPs are: number one, reduce freelancing and avoid consulting at many places. Number two, reduce exposure time by doing alternate day consultations, and also reduce OP timings, like you can see 10 patients, 10 appointments in the morning and 10 appointments in the evening. So promote telemedicine as much as possible. In unavoidable circumstances or emergencies, you can always give OP appointments. And number second, if feasible, use PPE or autoclaved OT apron with goggles, face shield, and especially N95 mask. Number three, before seeing any patient in person, you can give a questionnaire to the patient before seeing them and ask them to answer in their local language. History, part of the history can be taken using this questionnaire, like any history of fever, cough, shortness of breath, any traveling history, any contact history with COVID patients, where they are coming from, like any from any containment zones. So this history can be taken prior. And number 4, avoid or minimize investigations. So as urologists, we can do ultrasound by ourselves. Other investigations, if required, you can prescribe, so that we can reduce exposures. Next thing, keeping in mind that any body fluid might contain the virus, so follow universal precautions while putting catheter or doing any OP procedures. So after all these things, don't forget about biomedical waste disposal, and after OP, try to take bath before going to home. So in these are all the precautions you need to take in the OP, and whenever we encounter patients in emergencies or in unavoidable circumstances, we may have to take up patients for surgery. So in that case, like even catheterization can be failed, and we may have to take the patient to OT and put cystoscopy and put catheter, and BPH may present with hematuria and clot retention. These kind of patients may also require examination under anesthesia in operation theatre. So very rarely they may need TURP. So in hematuria cases, electrocautery should be used. So in operation theatre situations, what precautions as urologists we have to take? Number 1, corona consent forms, which are available, which are given by statutory bodies like IMA, are available freely in the website, or you can get it from nearby hospitals. You can modify, and you can the patient needs to be understand the consent form fully, and they should sign the consent form before going to OT. Number 2, try to do COVID antigen test if feasible. I know in emergency cases it is very difficult, because in not all centers or not all hospitals they started doing corona testing. So if feasible, if you are in city, metro city or nearby cities, you can do always elective COVID testing before surgery, or else at least in emergency cases, immediate post-op, we have to do COVID testing. If electrocautery is used, smoke is generated, and the fear of aerosol is high in TURP. That's why as urologists we are bothered about doing TURP. So in this case, smoke suctioning devices can be used in theatres, and it is advised to do surgeries in HEPA filter theatres, which is not affordable to all surgeons, which is not available in all theatres. So bigger corporate hospitals, they can have a isolated OT, separate OT for COVID patients, separate ICU, everything they can have. But majority of us are operating in smaller mid-sized hospitals, where there will be only on one big OT and one side OT, main OT and side OT. So in case of emergency, we can do emergency cases in side OT, so that disinfection can be done immediately if we come to know the patient is positive, or if the patients have symptoms. See, number 4, and urine, blood clots, irrigation fluids should be disinfected and disposed. So we have to follow the local protocols, local OT protocols. And after surgery, we have to send the specimen for HPE, which should be properly packed. So these are the main areas where we have to concentrate in this COVID era. and I have given an outline only. Since we are going to live with corona hereafter, we have to follow universal precautions like what we have been doing in operating HIV and HBsAg cases. Since this is a respiratory virus, we have to be more careful. So my take home message is, postpone elective surgeries, consider non-operative approaches, avoid aerosol producing procedures, minimize staff numbers and exposure if at all surgery is decided, and finally wear PPE. This is very, very important. Personal protection equipment, we all should wear. Theatre staffs and workers, surgeon, anesthetist should wear PPE. So friends, life is precious. Take care, stay safe. Thank you.